watches. I'm Pete McConville. Different venue today. I'm outside. Long story short, but ultimately I don't have any interior lighting, any studio lighting in my garage anymore. Got to wait for some new bulbs to arrive. So I'm going to try something new. I also did want to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to even try doing some Adrian Barker style walking and talking later when I get a bit more confident. But at the moment, here I am talking to a camera balanced on an upturned pot plant in my backyard. Okay, so what do I want to talk about today? I was putting together a video about Breitling. I'm a Breitling fanboy. I make no bones about that. I follow them. I think they've got a great history. I've actually gone off their watches lately, but their new release, when I say lately, I mean over the last like 2 decades. Over the last year, I think they've done amazing work, and I think they're making a huge comeback. And that was really the point of my video. I've also made no secret of the fact that I watch other YouTubers, I read other blogs, I try and incorporate a whole bunch of that stuff into my work. I don't pretend to, I sit on top of an ivory tower making all this stuff up. So when I was reviewing that, I kept seeing these same themes. John P even had it in his, sort of the title for his video, is this Breitling's last chance? And if you go through the topic, if you go through the comments, and Breitling's a brand a lot of people care about, so there's a lot of comments, you see these consistently coming up. Is this Breitling's last chance? Are they out of time? Are they too late to the party? Is this it? Is this their last shot? Which got me thinking about the issue of time. And what does time mean to us in the watch industry? And that's really what I want to talk about today. It actually feels weird saying that, you know, running a watch channel, talking about what is the meaning of time. But I think it will narrow that question down. And so when we talk about a brand only has so much time, or they're too late, or it's gone, or they're on their last chance, what are we saying? And the reason I mean that is Breitling's been around for, I'm not sure, I'll check and put it I'll check later. Breitling's been around for like about 100 years. They'll be around, all things being equal. They're a reasonably well capitalized company. They've got decent brand equity. It could be better, could be worse, but you know, there's no reason why Breitling couldn't be here for another 100 years, more. So what does it mean? How can they possibly be, in that context, over that 200-year span, how could they possibly be out of time? How could this possibly be in that 200-odd years span of time? How could this moment be their last chance? Which got me thinking about, when we say time, we don't mean time for the company. We mean time for us. When we talk about someone is too late for the party, we don't mean for the global party. We don't mean for the party of the industry. We mean for our party. What it means is, when someone says this is Breitling's last chance, what it means is this is Breitling's last chance to convince me that I should take them seriously, that I should regard them as a luxury watch. When we say that Breitling might be out of time, what we're saying is that Breitling does not have time to convince me to change my ideas about who they are. Now I get it, we've got to be careful about this. Companies do go broke. So if we are genuinely saying that a company this is their last shot because after this there's no more money in the bank, after this they won't get another loan, after this they will not be able to pay their suppliers, yeah, absolutely. Now my time frame and their time frame is starting to match, but that's unusual. You know, there are 600 watch brands in the world at the moment, plus or minus. That's my rough count, not including the thousands of micro brands. I should probably highlight there, I'm talking about major brands, not micro brands or Kickstarters. They do come and go really quickly. They very much are on that edge. But if we're talking the big major established brands that have been around for decades, if not centuries, then generally most of those will still be here next year. I'll pretty much lay a bet and say, if you took the major name brands and then came back 10 years from now, 95% of them will still be here. Come back 20 years from now, probably 80%. Come back 50 years from now, at least half, probably more. So yeah, this brings me back to this idea of when we say that the brand's out of time, we're generally not meaning that the brand is out of time, we're generally meaning that we have lost patience with them. We are out of time. And frankly, that says more about you than it does about the brand. That says more about me than it does about the brand. What it's saying is, I have given up on you. I will not change my mind. I am done and dusted with you. I'm the one with the problem, not you. And that's an interesting idea to say that, and maybe it's something we should all work on. If we find ourselves thinking that this is the brand's last chance, if we find ourselves thinking that this is someone's last time that they can possibly prove to us that they're going to be able to produce a good product in the future, maybe we should, if we find that phrase coming out of our mouths, maybe we should stop for a second and go, hang on, when did I become that inflexible? When did I become that intolerant? And why won't I change my mind as evidence and other people's behaviours change? Yeah, that's really about it. Let's see how this goes. I've been Pete McConville. This has been Not So Obvious Watches. A quick kind of thought piece, experiment, trial. Might even try and do this. We'll see how this looks in edit. Anyway, see you later. Bye.